Ideally a 254 stroke or a 454 stroke.
And this gives them their first experience of the bigger wheels and the bigger frame and everything else that leads them to the next big area before they go out into the big bikes.
Yeah, for sure. They get the physical size of the bike, but the weight's still a lot less than what a 250F is.
Yes.
Horsepower's good, but you also have to be very critical on your power and the way you ride the bike. You've got to be pretty sharp. Once they get out of the junior ranks, they'll step straight into the senior ranks in the Pro Light class on a 250F of their choice, and from there on, sky's the limit.
And Todd Waters had a sensational season. He had 3 guest riders in the Pro Lights. He actually went out and surprised many of Susan campaigners and actually won his very first Pro Lights race at the ripe old age of how old, Todd?
Well, I was 16 years old coming into the series, and with the help of my mum and dad, I got the chance to run the under-19s this year and got on the Motorex KTM team.
And with that, mate, it's been a pretty strong series. You had 7 races, the first time in the open level, as they say, or the national series. How did you find the competition?
Well, it was a battle to the finish right from the start. I got 3 rounds of the wild card, so I got a chance to run the Pro Lights.
And mate, this the final, the championship was held here, as I said a few weeks ago, but it really came down to the last lap of the last race of the whole series to decide between yourself and Brendan.
Well, I managed to win the last race, so it's up to everybody else to help me out, but unfortunately I come up 2 points short, so that's the way it goes. But I had a great year and just stoked.
Yeah, we are doing it for the kids.
Bit of a hike from Canberra, though.
Certainly was. We flew up and my husband drove up with the bikes and the trailer, so we did it easy.
And you've set yourself up here. How are the boys going?
Yeah, the boys are doing well. They've both just had 1 practice ride each, but tomorrow is when the comp starts.
Great. We've come up from the Gold Coast and the boys love it. They get in there and have a good ride and all fun, all family fun as well. Yeah.
So you got yourself set up here with the trailer and a little outside. Is that a toilet or a shower?
That's a shower out there. Yeah, no, we need to have a clean shower for the boys, especially for me too, because I go to all the races as well. So yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Since Jaden was 5. Yeah, 5 years now. Yep.
And how's he going so far?
Yeah, he's good. He's up in A grade 65 riders, open class 7 to 14 now. So he's riding A grade. So we're pretty happy with that. He's quite happy with that as well.
You done many laps so far?
No, not really. Only 5 or 6.
Yeah, and how did you find it out there? Is it a tough track?
Yeah, it's pretty sandy and rough.
Is it hard to learn the track? Because it's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have many big jumps, but it's sandy and stuff.
And what sand and so forth, what does that do for the traction? What does that do for the back tyre?
Make it spin.
What about the front end?
Makes it wash out.
So what are you going to try and do? Keep it rubber side down and get a place?
Yeah, I'm going to try get in the top 10. really bumpy, a bit different from our track. We got like concrete, super motard track pretty much. This is like a lot more sandier than our track. So
Where do you normally race?
Kununurra, 800 kilometres west of Darwin.
Right, so it's been a long trip to get here, hasn't it?
Yeah, a really long trip.
Paul, 10 years supporting the junior motocross. It's not a bad record, is it?
No, it's been quite successful for us. We've been following the junior scene for the suspension for the past 10 years. In that time, we've picked up 32 first place in the junior national title. So you could say we're a little bit of a specialist in the junior scene.
So you focus mainly on the smaller bikes?
It's become a focus. I guess we do all bikes, big and small. We help out plenty of senior riders as well as juniors, but it's probably a little bit of a niche market for MPE who's doing the junior. I guess what my business is about is that people buy the bike. When they manufacture the bike at the factory, they don't know who's buying the bike, what weight rider, what skill level, where they're going to be riding the bike. So basically what we're doing is we're going to customise the bike to suit the individual, and in turn they get a great result in performance of the suspension.
And of course the number of wins that you've had of riders using all your gear backs that up, doesn't it?
I guess it does, yes.
Well, here we are at the end of day one. We've seen some great qualifying and racing. Roscoe, how's the track?
Well, look, it's a standard first day. It's sensational. It's obviously changing the conditions as each race and each heat are going on. Some of the riders are finding it a little bit difficult, but that's a normal sort of a day on the first one where it's just getting a lot of work and a lot of use and cutting up.
This safety segment brought to you by Castrol, the leading edge in 4- and 2-stroke lubricant technology.
Alrighty guys, hi, my name's Cam Williams and we're here with factory Honda rider Luke Arbon. We're going to have the one discussion that a lot of people don't really consider a lot of in motocross. You've scrimped, you've saved, you've worked your butt off and you get a motorcycle. What do? You want to ride it. What's more important than riding your motorbike? It's making sure you're safe. Safety is vitally important. The more you spend on this part of the protection, the better protection you're going to get in the long run. The longer it's going to last, the better sweat absorption you're going to get inside, and obviously when it comes around time to using that helmet, the better protection you're going to get for your brain. Vitally important. From there we step down to a neck brace. Luke uses the Liat neck brace. Obviously there, Luke, we just get you to flip that bad boy on. Nice and simple, open from the side and put it on. It's a relatively new development in motocross protection and a lot of other sport protection, focusing on the neck. You can see it fits properly, it sits down well, and then obviously, if I get Luke to turn sideways, you can see then if his head comes back, obviously he's going to have protection from here, at the front, from there, and then side to side there's protection from there. There's a lot of big names for that, but essentially what that's going to do is help prevent neck injuries in the course of a major incident. We'll step on down here to Luke's nylons. What you're looking at again, good quality no fear nylons that Luke's riding. If you have a look on the inside of the leg there, generally there's a good Kevlar pad, so as you're riding that's going to grip the seat, grip the bike, and you can get onto it a little bit better. Essentially after that, so long as they're cool, they're nice and tough, and they're going to be durable and last, nylons are nylons, you know, they're a good thing. Again, you buy cheap, you get cheap. From there, what you can't see under Luke's nylons is what we call a knee brace. Okay, now these knee braces here, you'll see, these are a custom fitted knee brace, but you can get off-the-shelf versions in the whole 9 yards. Essentially what you want to look for in a knee brace is something that's going to give you good support for the patella area, and then from the back it needs to strap and hold on well, so that when you're in the middle of a motor or in the middle of a ride, your knee brace doesn't slip down. Now the idea of a knee brace, obviously, is to prevent your leg from twisting from the knee and getting hyperflexion or hyperextension from the leg. And essentially that's it for the knee brace, all right? Again, the cheaper the knee brace, the cheaper the protection you get. Then we go down to boots. Now this is a key factor. Boots, obviously, they're there to protect your feet, your toes, your ankle primarily as well. What it also helps with, obviously, is gear shifting and kicking over a bike. Now the majority of your motocross bikes nowadays as well, they're going to have a nice, big, tough, juicy foot peg. And if you have a look on the bottom of most race boots now, they have enough protection in there so that the boot will not get blown out within 3 or 4 rides. And you'll see that on the bottom of Luke's boots there like that. Again, good quality stuff is going to get you through a little bit further.
Castrol have relaunched their motorcycle engine oil range of products. The new range showcases an evolution of leading 2- and 4-stroke lubricant technology. It's been technically enhanced to ensure that key lubricant performance parameters far exceed the minimum industry requirements for motorcycle engine oils. Castrol.
Here we are with Di from the paramedics. She's looking after the event this weekend. What level of service do you actually get? Like, say you come across an injury on the track, how much can you bring them up to speed before you realise they need to go to hospital?
Well, we do the initial assessment. We can provide a fairly high level of pain relief, and then if it is anything that is a significant injury, such as a broken bone, then we immediately arrange for a transport vehicle to come out and take them to hospital.
Okay, Di, well hopefully you don't get too busy for the rest of the weekend and everyone stays safe.
I just twice I was off the stepper and hurt my knee.
Guess who we've got here? We've got young Lewis. He's the youngest competitor here at the Australian Championships. And Lewis, I think you're the ripe old age of 5. Is that right? How old are you, Lewis?
5.
You're 5. What do you think about this racing? Do you love your racing?
Yeah.
Yes, it's good, isn't it? What type of bikes do you ride?
KTM and a Cobra.
A KTM and a Cobra. Do you have a favourite?
Papa.
You love bikes, don't you? Is it good being here at the Australian Championships?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, you ride safe and have a great time while you're here, and we'll be watching with interest, but you know that you're the youngest rider here. Have a great time, won't you?
It really opens their eyes on how far they have to go. So we'll just see it played by ear. I said, if you ever want to do anything well, this is where you've got to do it. Well, I used to race for KTM. I raced for them for 20 years and represented Australia in the 6 days over in Europe. Rode the World Series over in Europe and back home, so I thought I was definitely going to end up in one of them. So here I am again. We're from Victoria, Lilydale, Victoria. We're camping over in the pines there. We haven't got the glamour spots, but who cares? You're with your son, that's all that matters.
You going all right?
I'm good. Go away.
You've been up all night working on it, have you?
All night, just on a spark plug.
As you can see behind me, this piece of real estate's pretty hot property at the moment. We have what's commonly known as the results board, and basically after each race and qualifying, each family comes up and checks what their position is after the event, and that gives them some indication of how their performance is going and if they can do any modifications, and give them some idea how they're performing over the weekend.
Ty, seems like you've done everything so far. I mean, certainly blitzed the qualifiers, 7-time Australian Junior Champion. You must be pretty pleased with yourself.
Yeah, I am. I've had a great week so far. Yeah, I've won all of my qualifiers, and I'm pretty happy with the way I'm riding. Trying to save a bit for the finals and see how we go.
You've just come back from 5 months preparation in the US. How do you think that helped you?
It's helped me a lot, but you know the tracks over here, they're nothing like they are over there. Coming back here, I have to learn how to ride these tracks. You know, hard pack over there, it's ruddy as all hell, which is it's good, but it's kind of a bit of a disadvantage. Coming back, I got to learn to ride this stuff. Takes me a couple of weeks, but at the moment I'm pretty happy with the way I'm riding.
Your results would seem to prove that you really don't need to try that much harder.
That's it. Well, no, I got a lot left in the tank, and I'm just ready for the finals.
This, of course, is your last season in juniors, isn't it?
Yeah, I finish May next year. I get to ride down in 19 series, so I'm pretty happy about that, and just trying to take 2 more titles this year. And this is my last year as a junior.
I guess all we can say is good luck.
Yeah, thanks very much.
What's going on here, Wayne? It looks a bit busy.
Yeah, we dropped the oil there yesterday and I found a bit too much steel in there that I sort of didn't want to find, so we got to have a quick look and find out, see if we can fix it.
Ensuring there's no modifications made to the race bikes after scrutineering, spot checks are carried out throughout the competition.
Tony, obviously from WA, you're the General Manager of Belmont Tools. What's your organisation about?
Yeah, well, we're a third generation tool company, engineering automotive supplier, and yeah, we obviously supply race kits for a lot of race teams, cars and bikes.
Yeah.
And hence we try and marry the bikes with the business and
have a bit of fun along the way.
Exactly, yeah.
Massive sponsor of the motocross, Tony. You live and breathe it. How did you get involved?
35 years ago, father, grandfather, speedway, enduros, motocross, road racing, and the whole thing, yeah.
You sponsor a few other environments and teams at the moment?
Yeah, we've been helping out the KTM race team for several years now, and with Jeff Leask and so forth.